My name is Monica Hewitt. This is our third year as a community school. We have 201 students at the moment. So I'm very proud of the fact that with our academic enrichment and our attendance, we have been doing a lot of work as a team to make sure that we um, keep our not chronically absent students with our SIP plan, which is to be above 53.7%, I believe. So right now we are at 64.74. One of the things that our counselor implemented this year is our punctual P through Attendance Works. And our students get very excited to be pulled once a month in the morning. They get a bubble um, party, and they give them certificates, which is to thank them for coming to school and being on time. It's not only to thank the students, also to thank the families for bringing them to school on time and for getting them there every day. Um, so every month, their certificates are earned for all the students for not being tardy. And obviously, if you're not tardy, that means that you've come to school. We've worked really hard at making sure that we have clear and open communication with our families. We try to make phone calls daily for students that did not come to school to check in with the families to see if there's any supports that we can give them. Um, and we have that partnership between the counselor and the social worker and myself to try to help our families if they have any issues with getting the students to school. Our social emotional behavior column, we had 15 plus students. We ran a bedtime routine workshop as an example this year, and we've tried to um, work with our pre-K 3 through second grade to make sure that attendance is a plus for them. And so we did a bedtime routine right before spring break to kind of get them excited to implement those routines while they were at spring break so that we wouldn't have a drop in attendance when we came back to school. We had the social worker and our counselor put on a slide workshop for them. We had different activity tables where they made their own swag bag. We gave the students things to help them maintain those routines. We gave them a sleeve and we had them make their own chart of how they wanted to do the routine at night, whether they wanted to brush their teeth first or if they wanted to have a good night story. We also got them books for them to read. We were able to provide them with a nightlight. We gave them a mask to wear that they were able to decorate. We gave them their own pillowcases. So we made it very fun for them to see, oh, bedtime routine can be actually a good thing instead of being, oh no, I have to go to bed. Uh, this year in our SIP plan, our theme was Reach for the Stars. So everywhere in the school, as you walk around, it's all having to reach for the stars. And one of the family field trips that we provided was to go to the Stephen Udvar Hazy Space and Flight Museum in Chantilly, Virginia. It was a big take. We had over 125 participants in the field trip. The families enjoyed going out to see the two huge hangars full of planes and the space shuttle, and got to go upstairs to see the control tower, and they really enjoy spending time with one another. And the point of these trips is to give them that time to actually spend with their children. Um, we live such a hard fit pace life that it's hard sometimes to actually sit down and enjoy time outside of doing the daily routines at home. Um, our last is physical health. We have we run after school sessions at clubs with our teachers. And we have had an average of about 65 students that stay for after school clubs on Mondays and on Wednesdays. Now, granted, we have 60 students that are in pre-K 3, so having pre-K 3 and pre-K 4, excuse me. So we do have after school clubs that help with pre-K 4. We're running basketball right now for pre-K 4 and kindergarten, and we actually have 20 students that are participating, and they're really enjoying, as you see in the picture, learning how to play basketball at such a young age. We've also had a step team that has been running the whole school year. Right now, we're running field hockey and softball so that we give that physical health for our students and give them sports that they wouldn't normally play. And we provide them with the skills that they need to learn. And we have the privilege that we have one of the JV coaches from the high school is one of our teachers, and she runs the field hockey team. And most of the students are in third, fourth, and some of her fifth graders. We also have Sea Perch that runs starting in January. We have a mentoring group with our partner Together We Rise. They run the the mentoring group the whole year, and it's done in the club sessions. They are a great partner that we've had. They have brought different field trips for our students so that they can get also the experiences that they are to give them better options. One of our field trips, we took them to Lincoln University so that they could see what life in a university campus is in a small university as opposed to going to a large university. Our partners in for Annapolis Elementary, we have the Stanton Community Center. We do backpack buddies with St. Anne's Parish, which we have 40 to 45 students that participate weekly in the backpack buddy program. We partner with Annapolis Police Department. Joe Hudson is our biggest partner outside of Patty that does character traits. Joe runs for fifth grade a program called Jova Noble, which is a character building, and he does that every week with the students. It's also giving them students the opportunity to feel comfortable being around our police officers and people that work at the police department. We have our Mids for Kids program that also come during the week to provide that academic enrichment to help during the classes. We have partnership with John Wesley United Methodist Church. We have Maryland Legal Aid that has provided legal aid for our families. And we have our partner that donates money to the school through True Value. And we have our partnership with sorry, I don't have we have many other partnerships. We have Stare in the Building, and we do with co-curricular that we've done our Sea Perch program. Anybody has any questions?
I just wanted to chime in. Hi, everybody. I'm Shelley Hartford, the principal of Annapolis Elementary, and I just wanted to publicly acknowledge Monica's hard work. She has not only led many new programs for our school, but has implemented many things that have gone on to be replicated by other schools. She's a wonderful and knowledgeable resource. And I think one of the key things for us is making sure that we're very intentional and thoughtful about marrying our community schools plan with our school improvement and our Title I plan. And so you can see in a lot of Monica's work that intentionality around our goals, which are attendance, academic, and we were really cognizant that we were working on our MISA scores for this year. So we made sure we incorporate a lot of science opportunities. So I think, sort of thinking, yes, community schools is wraparound and support services, but how does that feed into the whole school environment and the overarching school goals has been the deepening of the work for us. And so I'm really grateful for everything that Monica's done and all of this that the program has given us.
Thank you so much for adding that, Ms. Hartford. We truly do appreciate it. Monica, I know we're not at the end of the year yet, but I remember last year we only had a couple dozen kids who didn't participate in something that year, and that number was amazing. Can you remind us what that number was of all your kids? How many did not participate in something last year?
I think the biggest number is probably the 20 children that are in pre-K 3 that do not participate because we just don't have a club for them. They're very little. But for the most part, I think every student has participated in one club or another. We do run a lot of clubs. In the spring, we ran 12 different clubs. In the fall, we ran also 12 different clubs. And right now we're running 10 different clubs. We also have a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, and they've been running it since January when we started clubs for the winter. And we have 23 students participating in that with the Boys and Girls Club right now. So they really enjoy that partnership, and it's just different. And it's opportunities that the students have that they wouldn't normally have. We ran art club during the fall and the winter, and we ran it for both first and second grade and third through fifth grade. And she had 20 students in each session. And that was for both sessions. And it was different students. It wasn't the same students. We actually have a wall downstairs going into our back door that's full of the artwork that the students had. And it's beautiful. It's amazing the things that they did this year and what they learned in an after school club. We also ran this year, which was different. We ran arts craft club, and we had 10 students participate, and they also enjoyed making the different crafts for the session. So they did things for Easter, and they did things for St. Patrick's Day, and they did things for Valentine's Day, and they really enjoyed using their hands to do those programs. Our mentoring program has really kept about 10 students, and for the most part, they're boys that participate. I think I have 2 girls that participate in Together We Rise, but it has really made a difference. We have a grandparent that is my yearly volunteer. He's our second our worker that works here 37 and a half hours a week, because he's here from starting at the parking lot duty to after school parking lot duty, and he volunteers and he's here with us. And so the same students that are in Together We Rise, he's also a mentor for Together We Rise. And so they have that connection with him. So if there's anything that's going on in their day, they actually come and look for him so that they can talk to him.
That's awesome. And thank you again, Monica, really also for that intentionality work that Shelley talked about. We do know that many students in the Annapolis area need really quality programs for after school, and they can't get into a lot of them. And so what we're providing with community schools, with being very intentional about clubs for kids and transportation, gives them a really safe place to be after school. So, and of course, excited to be there. So thank you so much to Annapolis Elementary. Yay, yay. Awesome work, like always.